I mean, he's coming back. It doesn't matter.
He is. Yeah, he'll come back. He's the favorite to win, you said, right? Based on that.
I want to say it was plus 300 or negative 300, whichever one. I'm always, I can't remember which one is which, but it's the one where, you bet 100, you win 300.
It helps.
Everybody else was like, I want to say Biden is 550 or 600. So he's like, Trump is literally twice. They believe that Trump is twice as likely to be elected as Biden is.
So I follow basketball, and I feel like there's a parallel here. On the West, there will be a handful of good teams. It's very hard to predict who wins the championship or who represents the West in the championship. But whoever does probably wins. On the East, for years, it was like, oh, the team LeBron is on is totally going to win. It'll be Miami. It'll be Cleveland. It'll be whatever. But LeBron will make it to the East championship game. Mm-hmm. And he always had a good chance to win because a big part of winning it is just getting to the finals. Once you get to the finals, even though people think you're the fourth best team, you'll have maybe the first best odds because you're guaranteed to get there.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. He's got basically, I think they're saying that Trump's going to get to the show no matter what if he wants to.
On the Republican side,
whereas Biden is so like up in the air, whether he is even. I'll say this:
he might be dead.
I think we all agreed that Trump aged rather gracefully while in office, and it's probably because of his makeup regimen. But still, like,
and the weight gain, like as the wrinkles are increasing, the weight's like filling out, like canceling wrinkles.
But I think we all agree, like, as far as for 4 years of presidency, it didn't wear on him that severely physically, like the way it did Obama. Like Obama didn't look as well. Bush was like a kid, I thought, like when his first term when he was running against Gore that first time.
Obama too.
It was like, look at this slick young guy. Like Clinton. Running against like this fogey Al Gore, when in reality, I bet they're not all that far apart in age. Like they probably enjoy the same shit. I don't know. Bush is a cocaine kid, and Gore is definitely a bore.
Gore is against bad words in rap music.
Exactly. That's kind of my feeling about that. I think Bush is a lot cooler than Gore, but he seemed young and slick. But then after 4 years, especially since 9/11 was amongst them, like he wasn't looking as young and slick.
8 years.
I mean, just after the first 4, after that 9/11, like the first time around, Trump did pretty well. But I saw Biden. The whole point of this, me bringing this up, is I saw Biden like yesterday, and I hadn't seen him recently. And it was sort of a candid shot from a YouTube. It was the screenshot. It was the thumbnail of a YouTube video, but it was his profile, and he had so many liver spots and looked so. He had that really speckly old people skin that looked bad.
Like papery. Yeah.
Like that paper thin old people skin that's sort of like leopard print almost at this point, with liver spots and just like, like they get like scrapes, and the scrape never actually heals right. It just leaves a dark place on their skin.
Yeah. They're just like past the point in life where you can heal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't tell what reality is, right? Like you could take Biden and make him look worse. You could take during Trump's reign, I'll call it, leadership period, whatever. People would fuss at how he drank water, how he needed to use 2 hands, how he struggled to walk down that incline ramp. I don't know, like, shit, you could probably watch me day to day and find something I do old fogey-ish and make a big deal out of it and twist the truth. Is that what would happen to Trump? Is that what's happening to Biden?
When I see a good looking,
I fell down a flight of
people that are that old, like I always assume like they picked it because that's the good one. And then when I see the candid shot of them looking ancient, I'm like, that's probably the real one, the one that didn't get touched up and messed with.
I look at who's putting it out there. I saw CNN did Sarah Huckabee Sanders wrong, and it was Chris Cuomo. He was talking to her, and for some reason they showed her picture, and Chris like stopped it and goes, "Hey, we can't find a better picture than that." Like he was trying to give her a fair shake. Now, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is not a pretty woman. It's easy to find a bad picture of her, but this was extra. They like CNN kind of did her dirty and found she might have been mid-word, like, and they used that as her picture, and instead of maybe shot the get it off the White House website or something.
Yeah,
and
that's nonsense.
Yeah, it is nonsense. It's unfair. I could do the both sides do it, but whatever. So when I see a bad picture, I'm very skeptical of who put it up.
Yeah, it was.
Sure. You see like a Fox News photo of Biden, and he looks already dead.
It's not even Biden. It's just the Crypt Keeper.
They just show the gravestone.
It is the Crypt Keeper when you see one there. And then you'll like see a CNN one. And it's like, did they put hair back on him? Like what is going on?
He's dancing. I think it's a little bit of both. I think he's far too old to be leading. I'll say this. I wouldn't put Biden in charge of my cum pill business. If I needed someone to make sure that the cum pills got in the hands of the fans, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That on Monday, when Derek releases the cummy floodgates, as it were, I couldn't trust Joe Biden to be the man at the switch. There's no way. And yet, he is the man with the button.
He's got the button.
He just seems far too old. But I'll say this: like, if you slap Joe Biden in the mouth, do you think he'd fall?
Absolutely. Yeah. He's 80 years old.
See, I don't want a president who can't take a slap in the mouth. I feel like he'd fall. And
on the other hand, I think Trump can take a slap in the mouth.
I think he can
because look at all that.
His wife slaps him a lot. That's not even the hardest I've been slapped today.
Actually, have you ever?
What are you, a bitch?
I like
this little bitch slapping me.
I've had 3 women slap me today harder than that.
Have you seen the size of this ass? I'm like a weeble wobble. You knock me down right back up.
That's what he looks like. His big giant. That picture of him playing tennis and the size of his ass is one of the funniest things.
You must hate that picture.
That's the funniest.
I wish he'd lean into it. I wish he'd like put that picture up at one of his rallies and be like, "Yo, get a good laugh. Yo, get a good laugh."
Yeah,
my squat numbers are tremendous.
Vote for a president with a badonkadonk.
Zach, put up Trump's ass playing tennis.
What if Trump can legit deadlift 1,000 pounds?
Then we would appear foolish.
It's pretty unlikely.
Yeah, not likely.
Let me ask you this then.
Okay.
What if he came out? He had the chalk. Up from the stage rises the fucking Olympic barbell, 1,000 pounds on it. He doesn't even say anything. He just points to the
Is that the Fibonacci sequence?
Euclidean geometry? Like, what are we looking at here?
That's the golden ratio.
It is a perfect ass. It is.
And look at that. You can see he's a whitey tighty man.
You can see his underwear.
At least during tennis.
It's I don't know. It's not all that big now that I look at it. It's really that like he's just fat. Like it's not. I wish I could see it completely from the side. It's a big wide ass for sure.
Yeah, his head isn't as fat as your ass would have him believe. I guess he is leaning forward, and you're getting it from the
real
back,
bad.
So like getting the, yeah,
it's like a perspective thing too,
like a Hobbit thing.
His face looks extremely determined in that shit. Like he looks
right. That's what I was going to say.
That's my
Wax.
President.
That's what I was going to say. Wax. He looks like he's at the fucking like Wimbledon or something like that. Like he's trying so hard in this picture. Do you think he's one of those guys who takes things like that seriously?
He's definitely the kind of dude that like he wants to win at anything he does. Like if you were playing ping pong against him, he'd be cheating. He cheats at ping pong type of dude. You know what I mean? Like he wants to win.
I've heard he cheats at golf. That's one of the like the talking points that people like to use. Of course, it's not true.
I'm willing to believe all of these old people.
I can say that with
certainty.
With certainty.
Look at that face on the left. He's saying, "What a good shot."
Suck it right here. I don't care.
I wonder how heavy he is right now, because he often wears
here. All right,
I see him in a suit oftentimes, and they're really flattering, and they make everyone look their best.
Honestly, this picture here, he does not look as fat as I remember him.
Right here, he's about 255 pounds.
Keep in mind, he's 6'7".
If he's
487 pounds. No, he's 255 there. I would bet a lot of money.
If he's 6'2", I bet he's 275.
Look, his belly sticking out that far.
275.
Look at his belly. Like he's not that girthy. He's got the love handles.
He's thick though. He's got more ass than other people at his body.
He's a wide built guy, so there's more room to disseminate.
He's wide in the chest, wide in the hips. He's got thick thighs. I think he's heavy. But 255 is not light. I'm gonna put him at 265.
Yeah, he's right in there.
He's on
I don't think that's overshooting it too much. I think he's right in that range. Like, but we're not talking about a 300-pound man here.
Yeah, for sure, definitely not 300 pounds.
And God, is he sexy? Look at that hair.
the locks.
You can You can see the muscle striations in his back when he's torquing that club.
See any muscle
You think those are wrinkles in the shirt? He's wrinkling fucking reality.
Zoom in more. Zach.
That's how powerful
What
the
he's
man
talking
is.
About.
Dude, it looks like
Oh my god!
one of those
Look at muscle
hats.
striations.
It looks like if you were to take his hat off, the wig would come off with it. Like it'd be like a joke trucker hat.
I see that hair as hockey hair. He's got flowing locks.
Fuck
This is freaking hockey. He should be playing high
He
school
looks
hockey.
like, what are the kids' names from the slapstick movie? The brothers.
Slapshot?
The brothers from Slapshot. They all
What
had the
are
long hair.
brothers
Oh.
called?
Fucking
Smash Brothers?
It doesn't matter.
is
But,
it
but
the
yeah, he's
Hanson
got
brothers?
the
Yeah, it
Hansons or
is.
something. Yeah. He's got those long locks. No, I hope Trump runs again because I love the cult of Trump. It's entertaining as fuck. I like the memes. I heard a guy the other day. I think it was the guy who's like the leader, the former leader, maybe of the Proud Boys, and he was like, they think we're violent. Violence isn't our tool. He's like, our tool is. Can't remember what the first thing he said was. Togetherness, maybe. But the second thing was he was like, our tools are our weapons are our togetherness and our memes. And I was like, he's right. Those memes are great. Like, I don't know how many times Taylor and I have sat around for like an hour at a time watching those old Trump compilations, like stoned as fuck, watching like the fucking MAGA train ride by, and he's on the front of it with like a top hat and an eagle on his fucking shoulder and shit.
Mhm.
Like all of the like
So over the
one-liners
top.
and the getcha moments, like compiled with like air horns and stuff.
So I wasn't on the Trump train. I was on the outside. It's like the train's having so much more fun than the Hillary train. It's like a fucking circus train. You guys have lions and memes and frogs and shit. And we're over here like, I'm with her.
And meanwhile, it's
Yeah.
like you have to vote for me. It's my turn.
Right?
We're gonna
Yeah.
break the glass ceiling. You know what the QAnon people think about that? They think she's being literal. They
About
think
breaking
we're
a
in a
glass
fucking
ceiling?
dome. They think we're in a fucking dome. Those psychopaths.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it would be. No, it's not.
Where
fun.
does the dome end?
Don't ask me made up questions. You want me to tell you like what?
Well, someone will find the edge of it.
At the end of the fucking rainbow. I don't know. Made up shit. But yeah, you're absolutely, you nail it, Woody. Like that election cycle 2016, it was fun to be on the Trump train and just be like, man, our guy's funny. Our guy doesn't care. Like our
The
guy's
amount of
just
Reddit karma being handed out for just saying pro-Trump shit, you get like 10,000 upvotes.
That was another thing, like watching the Donald subreddit be like a significant power on the global internet. It was so fucking big.
Yeah.
And then, all of his rallies, CNN having to cover those rallies was so funny. Like because Trump knows that CNN's covering them, and he knows that there was probably a preamble. And now we're going to go live to the racist bigots show. And he's like, I see CNN's tuning in. I guess their cameras light up. And he's just like, why don't you pan those cameras around? You always show my crowds like there's 50 people, like it's a Hillary show. Pan them around. And then the crowd's just like lock her up.
Wasn't that one of those things? Like
hours.
I think there was actually a clip
Tens
like
of
that.
thousands, and all the fucking Uruk-hai are chanting. It's like that. The crowd's full.
And all the Trump supporters are banging their spears.
Haroon, Haroon, Haroon. And you're like, man, I don't think she's gonna win.
I thought
didn't
that
win.
was a clip where it was like he was up there. He's like,
Look at this, folks. CNN not even going to show the crowd. Look at him. Turn it around. Show the crowd. Show what we've got.
He'd shame them.
Look at him. He won't do it. He won't do it.
Because if you're watching CNN and they don't pan that camera, you're like, well, I think they are trying to hide something. Let's see what they're doing on Fox News. And you go to Fox News and they'd be like, dun 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 dun, like panning.
dude, Fox, they're like showing it looks like the last battle in Minas Tirith. Like there's a Lord of the Rings, another Lord of the Rings reference.
I just don't know the battles by their weird names.
Well,
By their correct historic names.
the historic-
There's Battle of Helm's Deep, and then the other ones are just located by where
well,
they
there's
are. in the
Minas
movies.
Tirith, the white
Yeah.
city.
Which
It's
one's
next
the
to
Minas
Australia.
Tirith one?
Minas Tirith is the really tall white city that happens at the very last movie. They bring out Grund or whatever, that big wolf head thing, like
Grund,
ran in
yep.
the door.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's how you describe a battle.
it's the
scene.
wolf head one.
The wolf head one is the proper name.
Yeah, and they got all the
Okay.
trolls playing drums.